It's a message to my friends who are looking for the cure for post-traumatic stress. My veteran friends, my friends who are friends of veterans. I've been trying to share it for a while, and I'm having trouble. It's complicated, but I appreciate you hearing me out. I'm going to try right here to explain it. And it might not be clear, but through dialogue, I think we can get it done. So, I started doing research 25 years ago, into it, and what I found in the research is that it's a phenomenon that's been going on for all of human history. Post-traumatic stress doesn't come from just a couple incidents. It comes from everywhere. It comes from all the bad news we're being bombarded with constantly from the moment we're born. But nobody wants to look at the big picture. We're already overwhelmed. The fact is that the suffering of the world is contagious, and stress is contagious from person to person. You don't know that? Just go into a horror movie and see how you feel. Go into a John Wick movie where it's right from the beginning, death and destruction. It causes an emergency system to go haywire. So you gotta look at the big picture. You gotta look beyond the stuff that's being rammed down your throat. Everybody we know and beyond, everybody across the planet is experiencing some degree of toxic stress overload. But they keep it silent, they hide it. So you think that you or people you know are the only ones who are suffering? That's a myth. Someone once said, people live lives of quiet desperation. Okay? We keep it quiet because we think we're the only one. But you're on a mission to help people, and you're already facing the storm. So I'm just saying, expand your view. Consider some revolutionary ideas. Don't just dive into the sewer and try to clear out the garbage that's right in front of you. Look at the big picture and consider some innovative ideas, because that's the only way we can ever see radical change. Somebody once said, if the dinosaurs had done an environmental analysis, they wouldn't be extinct. 50% of Americans have hypertension right now. 95% of Americans get hypertension as they get older. The experts say that's a symptom of post-traumatic stress. That's a global phenomenon. It's a global pandemic. Hypertension. My dad wrote the book. In 12 weeks, you can control your high blood pressure without drugs. Published in 1984. In it, his approach was to look at all the things that are stressing you out and do what you can to eliminate those stressors. Stressors can be internal or they can be external. And we tune out the external ones often, the ones that are far away. But George Soros said it best. He wrote it in his book 6 months after 9/11. An event like 9/11 traumatizes everybody globally. And it causes a disconnection between the intellect and the instinct, but also people's hearts. So that's why people are turning away. They have a disconnection. For the people that are humanitarians who are trying to make the world better, the reason why you're in the minority, and that's the reason why things don't get fixed, is because only a minority is trying to fix them. The reason you're in the minority is most people have a disconnection between their heart and their mind. So they can't feel the suffering of others. That's a protective mechanism. If you're like got too much empathy, you can look out in the world and you can feel for everybody, and it causes your stress to go up. Now, I've become able to do that. I can look out, I can perceive the suffering of billions. I can see it and I can feel it, but it doesn't bother me. So you could do that too. And all we're talking about doing, we're not talking about fixing the whole world. We're talking about fixing the whole world. It's totally different. If you look out and you think I'm talking about fixing the whole world, then you're going to be overwhelmed and you're going to run like hell. But I'm just talking about, we're going to talk about fixing the whole world. How can the whole world heal? Global healing. There's lots of people who have talked about it in history. Okay, I'm not the only one. And for now, in the first time in human history, we have the power to be heard all over the world. Taylor Swift and multiple musicians have videos that have 2 billion views. What if we get together with them? They want to heal too, I already know it. And what if we get together with them to go on a healing journey where we're just talking about it in the comfort of our little studio, sitting down for coffee or tea and some crumpets. Okay, it's going to be totally easy and totally fun. We don't live in the middle of Nazi Germany. We don't have to hide in our bathroom like Anne Frank. Okay, she believed in global healing too. She asked those questions and she wrote it in her little book. Okay, all I'm talking about is releasing the cure, releasing your voice so it can be heard all over. It's not an impossible dream. You got to be able to see the difference between a dream which looks impossible and a dream which is not impossible. Okay? So whether or not I'm right, whether or not it's going to work, isn't it worth trying? Wouldn't it be fun just to get together with some optimists and talk about how it could happen? Okay? So the fact is that if you can release the information across the planet, we're all getting sick from toxic stress overload. Just like it says in George Soros's book, when they're causing war after war after war all across the planet, it's stressing us all out. That's not something to run from. That's something to embrace and look at seriously before somebody you care about dies, before somebody you care about gets sick from stress and is suffering, and you got to go try to find a solution, and you got to hear them crying in pain, okay? Before that happens, once it happens, it's irreversible. But before it happens, look around at the people you care about. Before it happens, we could make a change, and then you won't have to go down that road. So we got to stop the death, the destruction, just by talking about it. It's a simple thing. Please, give it some thought. Let's keep engaging. I really appreciate you looking at my ideas, and let's keep doing that. Solutions are right around the corner. Once again, the Jocko Willink and Leaf Babin podcasts. I've already been sharing my ideas with them for over a year. They've been thinking about it, and I think they're about to crack. I think they're going to follow their commitment to the Constitution of the United States, the oath they took for freedom of speech and freedom of press, and we're going to find their YouTube channel is going to be a freedom of press thing, and they're going to have us on so we could talk about how to heal the veterans who are dying at suicide at 22 a day, but all the other things that are killing them, the over-medication and the health problems, which is up to probably 50 a day. The solutions are available just by talking about it and getting it out to them. So the experts on post-traumatic stress who created the concept 40 years ago, I've been communicating with them for over 20 years, and they already agreed to participate. They've never gone on camera in 40 years. And I already spoke to one of them over a year ago, and he said, yes, Chris, I'm 80 years old, but I'm in. So before something happens to them, those people know the cure. 2 of them went to Vietnam, and they were in the war, in a MASH unit, and they saw the death and destruction. And they're highly motivated to share what is the cure which could heal the whole world. I know it sounds like an impossible dream, but it's not. Please give it some thought. Thank you.